Hey, what's up, teapots? Here's to another existential day and filling myself up with something steamy. Cheers. I love would you rather questions. They are endless. They can include anything. But the answer is limited, which makes it challenging. So right now, grab some fancy tea to sip on and play with me. Okay, first one. Would you rather travel to the past or to the future? Here are the rules. When you're there, you can't come back. You must live the rest of your life in either the past or the future. You can pick any point in the past or any point in the future. This is a tough one. Let's explore. The past is known. Well, a lot of it is. Unless you go back too far, like way before life on Earth existed, obviously that would be stupid. You'd die immediately. The Earth would not be habitable. Even a few billion years after that, you could get your torso ripped in half by a velociraptor. That's not good. I'm pretty delicate, and about 90% of me is torso. I wouldn't choose to go back to the Dark Ages. That would suck. Let's stick to the 20th century and up. Not 1914 or 1939. I don't want to get smashed up in the middle of a world war. Maybe the 60s. Good music, tight jeans, lots of colors. It could be cool, man. And maybe a hippie would use me to stew some mushroom tea so I can go on another trip to a different point in time. Perhaps all the times at once. Whoa, man. Imagine going back to a time before the internet. No phone constantly in your hand, no messages from work, no matter where you go, no social media to keep up with. You could really live in the moment. But there would be no way to get instant information to solve arguments like, when did Terminator 2 come out, 1990 or 1991? It's 1991, by the way. Speaking of Terminator, going to the future could be terrifying. You'd be going into the unknown. If you go too far ahead, maybe you'd be living in a post-apocalyptic world with most or all of the human race gone, fire and radiation everywhere, and not a single teacup for me to pour my tea into. Robots don't drink tea, frickin' losers. On the other hand, the future could be amazing. We may have figured out renewable energy, abolished the work week, completely changed the way the economy works, and integrated AI in ways that benefit everyone, giving us time to transcend and become the human race we were always projected to be.
I love the future!
Unlikely, but possible. Personally, I think I'd choose the past. Maybe the 80s. There's lots of cool retro stuff like big phones, big hair, spandex, and disco. Actually, on second thought, maybe not the 80s. The 90s were okay, I guess. Lots of cool movies. But I don't have to go back in time to watch those. One thing to consider is the type of life you can have if you go to the past. You could do a Marty McFly and take a sports results book back in time so you can place bets and be rich. It's probably best to take a few winning lottery numbers back with you as well. Anyway, what would you do? Comment below. Okay, another one. Would you rather know when your life will end or what ends it? This is a tricky one. Knowing when you'll no longer exist is so definitive. You'll end up counting down the years or even the months, weeks, days, or hours. What if you found out your life ends in 20 minutes? That's a scary thought. On the other hand, you might find out you live way longer than the average person. Either way, knowing when everything ends can still be disturbing. Knowing what happens is equally disturbing and may cause huge amounts of anxiety. For example, if you know it's an accident in the shower, you may panic every time you're in the bathroom and choose to have a hobo wash with wet wipes in the kitchen instead. You'd spend your life afraid, looking over your shoulder at every turn. What if you know it's because of choking? That's eating ruined forever. Before every meal, you might think something like, is this the sandwich that takes me down? It will make the pickles taste sour. That's why I think I'd choose knowing when my life ends. That way I could manage my time well. Having an official end date could be liberating. You'd be more aware of time-wasting activities and become good at avoiding them. It may also increase our appreciation for life. If we knew we only had 10 years left, surely we'd start ticking things off our bucket list, instead of scrolling through social media while sat on the toilet for way too long and farting our way around our daily commutes and boring routines. Okay, what else? Would you rather always, in every situation, be overdressed or underdressed? Maybe you have to go to the beach or the gym in a tuxedo or ballroom gown. That could actually be fun, but pretty sweaty. You'd end up looking like a disheveled wedding guest after dancing all night after drinking one too many fruity cocktails and then getting lost. Or, if you choose the other option, you may be sat in the most important job interview of your life in cargo shorts with way too many pockets and a t-shirt that says, fart loading. But maybe that would work in your favor. The interviewers may think you're some kind of genius since you have the confidence to put such little effort into your appearance. Or you may be unemployed forever. I'm not sure which one I'd choose. Maybe the overdressed option. People may think I'm a secret agent or something. All right, let's dip the biscuit in the teacup one last time. Would you rather have more time or more money? Let's set the rules. By more money, let's say you earn way more money than you currently do, but you have to do your current job and for the same number of hours. You just get to drive home in your Aston Martin Valkyrie to your fancy pants mansion. Okay, and let's try to quantify what more time is. Let's make it twice your current lifespan. So basically, an extraordinarily affluent life, or an extraordinarily long life. I'm sure the answer depends on your situation. If you're young and in a desperate financial situation, maybe you'd choose the money. If you're elderly and financially stable, you'd probably choose time. If you're somewhere in the middle in terms of age and finances, the choice may take more consideration. Doubling your lifespan sounds great until you consider your quality of life. Maybe you end up living a very long, very difficult life. So then there's the money choice. But what if the job you have to do for it takes up a lot of time and energy? It may be draining, making the shine of your newly installed crystal-embedded infinity pool more dull and meaningless. No matter what you choose, you may regret it. That's the thing with choices, so I say make the choice and then forget about it. Do me a favor. Give me some more would you rathers in the comments. I can make a part 2 video, and please subscribe so you can watch it. Anyway, it's time to take the biscuit out before it gets too soggy. Thank you for listening, teacups. Brush your teeth extra well today. It makes you feel good. Love you.